Thanks for joining me. I'm new to this channel, so I've watched a lot of makeup tutorials and a lot of gossip and everything in between. So I just wanted to say that everybody seems to be, at the top levels, seems to be biting each other's heads off and feeling like, why should I have to explain myself? Instead of coming together, they're just biting at each other. It's been like that, I don't know, probably forever, but since I started watching, I started watching during the Laura Lee and the Manny MUA and the... Okay, let me just tell you guys from someone's point of view who is a drama channel watcher, who is a beauty channel watcher, okay? You decided that you were going to loan a good friend some money. You loaned them $5,000. And that person said they were broke, that they were gonna get kicked out of their apartment, that they couldn't pay the bills. Okay, so you said, out of the goodness of my heart, I'm gonna give you this money and pay me back, you know, when you can. Then about 4 or 5 days later, you see that person Snapchatting at the mall, buying new clothes and whatnot, and you're like, hey, I thought that you were destitute and you needed my money to help pay your bills so you wouldn't get kicked out, or you feel like you are owed an explanation. Then you start to get personally involved with what that person is doing on a day-to-day basis. You might troll them, you might talk to other people, and you'd say, what the heck is going on here? We feel like we have a say in what you are dishing out to us. We are gonna judge you. And the thing that I'm seeing with the younger kids that are coming up, James Charles in particular, I've just was watching Panic Antics and her assessment of him, and I have been watching him and I've been enjoying his content, but yeah, he is acting like an entitled little kid, but guess what? He is a kid. He's a kid that was just given a break somewhere along the way, and he shot up to stardom and it went to his head. He's got a lot of money, he's got a better place than us, he's risen to a fame that a lot of us aren't gonna see. There's a lot of people out there that are very interesting, I think. A lot of people that have a lot of stories, a lot of people that do great makeup, but they just don't get that break, right? They just don't get that talked about thing that's gonna shoot them up the ladder from 0 subscribers to 25,000 subscribers to once that person gets up to millions of subscribers, then it gets to their head. If you don't put yourself on a strong foundation, you're gonna fall through it. And I'm somebody who knows, okay? I've always wanted to take shortcuts when I was younger. I always thought, why do everything so slow? Why not just do it right the first time and get to the top, right? That's what you think. Start to get smart and realize, man, I didn't build that foundation that I can stay on, that I could stand on, and it's like concrete, and that nobody could push me off of. People that are 15, 16, 25, in that age group, I don't care how much fame you have, how much money you have not paid your dues yet. Okay, you might be 40 before you pay your dues. And some of you might say, that's fine, I'll be rich and famous and, you know, I don't care what anybody says about me. Go ahead, think that way. You don't know what's around the corner. And I can tell you every single decade along the way, there's been a big change that has happened in my life. Good, bad, whatever. There's been something. Taken care of, you know, things that need to be taken care of. That was what was important, and so that's the route that I took. But people, young people that don't have those responsibilities and things to keep them in check, they get a big head and they start to feel entitled and they really decide, I'm the shit. There's always somebody younger, always somebody prettier, always somebody more talented that is around the corner, that is running up behind you and ready to push you off the track. Really, who cares how popular you are? I didn't grow up in a rich family, and I didn't get millions of dollars when I was 20 years old, so I could have been exactly like these other people. So as a person who has gone through a lot of life, and I'm not sorry or feel sore that I don't have millions of dollars. That's not my journey. You know, if somebody were to give me millions of dollars, I wouldn't change. I would still be me. And I've had big money. And I know what I do with big money. And I know that I will continue on this path because I've built the foundation of knowing who I am. And it wasn't because of being given things. It was because of the struggles that I've had to go through. I've had to make my mistakes. Start so young. You're 18 years old. You're given millions of dollars. You're given the fame, and you're given all that. Even if you worked for it really hard for a couple of years in your teens, whatever. There's going to come a day where, 30 years down the road, you're still going to be alive. What are you going to dream for then? That's not to say that you shouldn't reach for the stars now because you're young and do all you can do. But it also doesn't mean that you're biting at the heels of the people around you to pound them down into the ground in order to keep yourself relevant. What was that thing that brought you to stardom? If it was a negative, well, turn it into a positive. Whatever brought you to where you are now. If it was good, keep it good and keep soaring on that. If it was bad, turn that around, make it good. We will still watch you. The better that you are and the more that you concentrate on being a good person and to bring that out into the community, we will watch you. We will subscribe. You could keep it interesting by being a good person. You don't have to be knocking other people down. I'm a viewer, okay? So I'm watching all of you and watching what you're doing to each other, watching your subscribers go up and down based upon what the heck is going around. Food for thought.